SPY coming back down a little bit here. Again, I'm looking at the market internals. They're still, they're actually, they had a nice bounce, but they're starting to roll over again now. So between 11:50 and 11:30, the market internals bounced up nicely. Now they're starting to roll back down again, as is the SPY. Again, we took TJX as a swing. It's a swing trade, so this is one we're going to give some plenty of time to. Schwab position, actually the puts that we sold for under 150 are 133 right now. So we're up $17 on the short puts, and on the long puts we're up 34. So we're actually up 40 or 50 bucks a contract in this thing right now. 40 bucks a contract, even with that big pullback in Schwab. SPY coming in a little bit. All right, so do we have any more questions here? It's about 11:48. All right, see if there's any potential cat trades around right now. TJX with a nice little bounce here, back up to back over the 155.19 again. Again, it's again nice. That's a nice little green candle there on the TJX. All right, see what else we can find here. A lot of these stocks that are bouncing, you can see they're all. A lot of these are coming off of lows. Uber's not, OS is not. But a lot of these stocks are coming off of lows from this morning. Snap, of course, took a nice profit in that one this morning. We took the momentum again. When you're looking for a momentum trade, this is what you're looking for. High volume candles stacked. And that's what we took this morning. Took a decent profit in it. I get in at $17 a contract. I get out at 25. That's close to a 50% gain on an cap trade right there. Want to go outside? You want a cookie? Give you enough cookies this morning? SPY still coming up here now. It's halfway between the 100-day moving average and the 50-day moving average. Just putting in a doji candle today right now. This is what we've got. We had a nice big drop this morning, right through the 100. Now we're right back up here again. This is a pretty big drop. Very, like I say, swing trading is really difficult in this kind of a market. I had that beautiful silver last night. The strangle on silver, or the straddle on silver, worked beautifully. I mean, it gapped way down. This thing gaps a lot, which is why I like to do straddles and strangles occasionally on this. It was another one. It was about close to 100%. Hey, Tim. Hard time reading it though. I made the thumbnail for you and said yesterday and sent it to Rory. Okay, thank you. I'll talk to Rory about it. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Anybody follow me? And I had a silver straddle last night. SLV. It took 81 puts, 81 calls. Got a huge gap down this morning in silver. Turned that trade around. I called it out in the room before I left yesterday, but of course we didn't have YouTube wasn't running at the time. But that silver trade was good for. I got in at $678 a contract and closed it this morning for $1,350 a contract. A pretty nice trade on silver. And today I haven't done too much. I did an UMCAT trade, an out of the money catalyst trade on Snap. Made good money on that. Did the same thing on Tesla. Got out with my skin on that one. Made about $10 a contract on it. And right now we took TJX long for a swing trade. And the weekly ATM we've still got on Schwab. We're just trying to sell weekly puts against that each week. We sold them last week. Collected about $150 a contract. We're going to try to roll it out tomorrow. That's about it. I mean, the market has had a big pull down this morning. Down below the 100-day moving average. Now it's trying to bounce back up again. Very tough trading conditions. Shopify with a big move to the upside after coming off. Again, it's still down for the day. Nice high volume candle and bend there, but it's a bullish on the daily chart, so I can't really touch it. Palantir bouncing up this morning. These are swing trades down. These are potentially swing shorts right here. If you would swing for a short, there's a lot of them in there. Obviously, there would be NVO. But you have to be looking at the daily chart for that. If you use that scan, you want to look at the daily chart and see where they look like on the daily chart. Are they still bearish? Palantir looks fairly bearish. NVO has been gapping down here. Qualcomm, that's off of earnings. It's bouncing this morning. Shopify looks weak. ARM had a big pullback and now it's a big bounce in it. That was off of earnings as well, I think. BSX, Boston Scientific. Wood still coming in here. That stock's a cheap one, 89 cents. Coin continuing down. Cryptos are getting clobbered. I mean, Bitcoin is really getting hit really hard. And there it is coming down again today. 5-minute chart on coin. Get stacked. You notice you got stacked yellow candles. High volume selling on coin. This morning it's just we had high volume selling this morning. Now we're just kind of getting a lot of chop. Market internals weak. Joe pointing out, yeah, they are. They have been. We had a little burst between 11:15 or so, 11:45 in the market internals, but they're still weak. Even though the market's bouncing, with market internals weak, I don't really trust it, to tell you the truth. The tough market, that's an understatement of the week. Yes, very difficult market to trade. Hard to have a lot of conviction with the markets like this, and the tech stock this tech sell-off has been really tough. This has been pretty hard. The crypto sell-off, if anybody's in crypto, they're getting really smoked badly if they're long. I'm sure there's a bunch of shorts getting pretty happy over this, but very volatile. Nvidia's up just a fraction today. AVGO is up about almost 4%. Was up higher. It gapped up this morning, pulled back, and it's trying to bounce a little bit right now. Google had earnings, got clobbered this morning on earnings. It's bouncing up a little bit. Basically, Google on the daily chart is right at the 100-day, right at the 50-day moving average. Is Google. There's the earnings, big flush, right back up here to the 50-day. We got Amazon tonight, by the way, which I think it says earnings, but I think it's tonight on Amazon. I don't think it was this morning. I think this is probably reacting to Google. Tonight, yeah, that's what I thought, Ari. Thank you. I get my earnings dates up here on my TC2000 chart, so I can always see what the earnings are. But yeah, this is what they're expected. But this is a pretty big drop down based off, most likely off of the Google results. Google dropped really hard. Their CapEx numbers, their EPS and revenues are pretty good, but the CapEx numbers were really high, much higher than expected. Again, and this is all the money that's going into AI, between data centers and all the chips and the processing power for AI is sucking up a lot of revenue, sucking up a lot of capital. And of course, when you're doing that much CapEx, you got to get the money from somewhere. Hey, Chris, does extension from the daily 8 have much relevance in bearish trending markets? Yeah, same thing. The extension from the 8 is it's basically, think of the 8 as a reversion to the mean, right? That's likely where the stock is going to go to eventually. So if it gets too far extended from there, the stock has two things that it's going to do. I mean, it can obviously continue higher, but not without eventually coming back down. But it doesn't have to come back down. If the 8 is sloping, in the case of the short right there, if the 8 is sloping down and the stock is short and it's extended, the stock is typically either gonna bounce up toward it, or it's gonna move sideways until the 8 comes down and catches it. But yes, it has relevance in both short and longs, absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of stocks that are bearish that are way away from the 8. You're right, and you can intraday trade those, like an UMCAT trade or SPY Super System trade, but I would not hold stocks that are too extended from the 8. I would not hold them overnight or take them as a swing trade. If you get some, Chris, if you have any examples of stock shorts that they're looking at that you feel are a long way away from the 88 MA, just post them here. We'll take a look at them if you want. Again, I'm watching the market internals. They're just moving sideways right now, but they're very weak today. and they've been coming down steadily. We had a couple of little bounces. We're getting a little bit of a bounce right now, but it's very small and very shallow. And the SPY is actually looking to roll over a little bit. So, got to really find some stocks that are they carry their own here, so you don't have to worry about having the market to help you. Not a lot of high volume candles showing up here or anything. XPO green for the day, but coming in pretty hard here. XPO is actually breaking down below the low of the day here right now. Not a huge amount of volume though. It has one big volume candle by there. Trekking company. Very extended, by the way. This is what we're talking about, extended. You can see where this gapped up to this morning. The high today on that was $200, and 8 exponential was 167. So that is $33 extended. So you look to see what the ATR is on it, and the ATR is $7.75, and it's extended by $30. That's about 4 ATRs. The likelihood of the stock being able to stay up that high without coming back is very, very small. And you can see that's exactly what it's doing here this morning. XPO with earnings.
Coming up, NVIDIA is holding their built reasoning agents for physical AI conference.
Yeah, they don't have weeklies. You can't really trade it. And this assume was earnings this morning is driving this thing up. It's pulling back, but can't really touch it for an intraday trade unless you want to use monthly expirations. Yeah, I'm still watching the market internals. They're very flat right now. Very, very flat. So is the market. TJX coming back up again a little bit here. Again, I don't trust the market. Market internals are still drifting down. I just don't think that you got to see the market internals start to show some more life here if we're going to get a continuation of the market. What we get here is just a doji on the SPY right now. You can see it's down about 0.8%, a little bit more. Triple Q's down about 0.8% as well. IWM down 0.6%. So all the indexes down about the same. Cryptos down hard today. IBIT down 7.5%. Coin down 8%, over 8%. Again, I don't really have a lot of positions on. I'm trying not to. So FIG is pulled down a little bit here today. It's down about 2.5% right now. Still in that FIG trade. I don't really have a lot of hope for it, but See what happens. I've got till tomorrow on it. Paid $15 for the puts. They're at 3 cents right now, $3. But it needs to take a significant drop for me to have any hope of getting anything out of this. Oh, still moving up. Oh, was a good one, but we only had monthlies. I'm gonna look around see if I can find any other trades. I haven't really not finding much to trade here, cat wise today or SPY super system wise. Sarang, you wrote a quick and dirty indicator in TC2000 for that. You're talking about the extension from the 8. I've got in my TC2000 scans. I've got the number of ATAs percent. The number of ATAs extended from the current price with the 8, and I just have a number that shows me, 1, 2, 1.5, 1.7, etc. You didn't take the Microsoft that called out on Tuesday because of the distance to the D1 Now several like that. Okay. Let me look at the daily charts on those things. Microsoft, yes, and Microsoft is even more extended today. Obviously, it's still a good ways. You're talking about this on Tuesday. Microsoft on Tuesday. Let me go Tuesday where it was. Okay, so it had a low of 408, and the 8 was at 439. It was about $30 extended. The ATR on it is 17. Yeah, it was just about 2 ATRs extended, just about. So yeah, it was definitely too extended at the low of the day, not at the high of the day. When it opened, it didn't. It was 422, so the difference would have been 422 to 439. $17 would have been okay to trade it like intraday because $17 was 1 ATR. And right now, Microsoft is trading at 404 with the 8 at 427, so it's $23 extended with an ATR of 17. That's not too much. It's less than 1.5 ATRs, which is still tradable. But Palantir, yeah, Palantir obviously too extended today. Right now it's trading at 131 with the 8 exponential at 148, $17 extended, and it's got $9 of ATR. So yeah, it's extended by roughly 2 ATRs. Yep, same thing. Hood's going to be the same. MSTR is going to be the same. Yeah, MSTR extended too much. And Hood extended too much. So you can intraday trade these, but you can't try to stay in them overnight. Now they keep gapping down. Hood's been keeping gapping down. But if you take where it closed yesterday, roughly at about 81 on Hood, closed at about 81. When the ATR at that point in time was at 94, so it was about $13 extended. And that was more than 2 ATRs. So I can't touch something like that. It doesn't mean it won't go down because it did, but you're adding to your risk quite a bit, and you're reducing your probability of success if you're taking them extended from the 8. Yeah, for a PBO, if on a short that bounces back up to the 8 and then reverses, that's what you really want. Saranga's weekly ATM, is the risk really the debit paid plus the strike width? Yes, it is. That's the risk. The difference between the two strikes, like in Schwab, it's a $2 spread, so there's $200 plus what we paid for it to get in, which $1.20. $3.20 is your risk on Schwab.
Members watching this Bitcoin trending back close to lows of the day.
All right, so I'm watching the SPY making this little move up and now coming back down again, heading for the VWAP. This is like no man's land for trading here right now. Meta with a nice move up this morning, now just flattening out. Walmart strong this morning, and then look at these mix with previous close, but that's really not that bearish because of the fact that it's still inside that candle. So you keep getting these long blues. So this is actually a bullish trend. Okay. Watching the SPY, not doing much of anything here. This not really ready to dive into anything else, unless I can find some stock that's really outstanding, and it's pretty hard to find right now. Lily pretty bearish here today. Been very strong, but it came down pretty hard this morning off of earnings, and right down to 1,017 was a support level on it. Jobs report came up, by the way. The jobs report was not good today at all. Job openings slid to 6.5 million, down from the revised 6.9. Basically, that was pretty soft. Which, by the way, it's according to Arian, that increases the chance of a June rate cut. It is about 12:15, a little after 12:15. We get market really had a big drop down, bounced back up, went down through the 100-day moving average, backed up above it. Now it's between the 100 and the 50, and it's just moving sideways. Lily down pretty hard. 2017, 78 is a support level on it, on Lily, on today. Again, big move up here, you see, close to that resistance level. Right down close to the support level today, 1,017.78, and the support level, and it came, the low is 1,018.82. basically within $1 of that high volume line. Market internal still drifting down, not steeply, but they're drifting down. This is showing a little bit up, but that's just because it's just barely above 20.
Members watching Bitcoin hitting new lows of the day.
Bitcoin new lows of the day. Coin pretty weak. Trying to put a little bounce in here again. Very tough market to trade this. This is a, even though this is a very, very good short setup on coin, pretty hard. You can't take an UMCAT trade off of something like this. There's not enough volume. You'd have to take an in the money put. And again, this stuff is very volatile right now. Tesla all of a sudden moving up. Pretty nice recovery in Tesla. NVO starting to move up. Netflix starting to move up. Eventually. There it is. Definitely a short setup though in Netflix. It's hard to trade it long here. On the daily chart, went right up to the 50-day moving average this morning and fell back down off of there. Maxing again here now, right off the VWAP, right off the VWAP. Again, we took TJX long, we're long TJX. It's a swing type trade, it's bouncing back up above the 155.19 levels now. And again, Schwab, which pulled down hard this morning, right back up, moving up close to 104 again. Whoops. Back up to it 104. SPY with a nice bounce. Again, the market internals are starting to turn up here, just slightly. This should reflect a blue color here in just a minute, if the market continues up. TJX with a nice move back up again. Get back above the 155.19 level. Tesla with a pretty big move up here. It's still red for the day. Palantir also trying to bounce. I guess we're running a little slowly here. Microsoft also bouncing. Again, still red for the day by quite a bit. These are mostly red stocks that are bouncing here. Broadcom is the bouncing here. Broadcom is the green. I think this one is slowing down here. Nice little bounce in the SPY. Market starting to turn up here on this candle. This should change here momentarily. TJX with a big flushing red candle here. HIMS looks like a pretty good short. It's not a UMCAT. It doesn't have enough volume, but it is a good short. And if you want to intraday trade it, I would use the 2450 puts. 2450 puts on this. See if you get a continuation downside on this. Daily chart is horrendous. Again, there was some news against it this morning. Pretty big candle here right now. Moving down. Good volume. Look at the big volume for the day, but it's not huge volume right now for the. We had some big volume this morning. Right now, the volume is just kind of tapering, but this is definitely a good short setup here on HIMS. Whether it work or not, I have no clue, but I just took some HIM puts. Again, I took some this week's. I'm just trading it for the intraday. I took the 2450s. I paid $1.14. They're $1.03 by $1.11 right now. Get a little bit of a bounce in it. So I'm short HIMS. Not an awful lot I can find to trade here. Showing right up here in our list. But not an awful lot of stocks to trade. Market internals popped up briefly. It's starting to roll again. The SPY is starting to roll again. So I'm thinking the markets might pull back down again, and I'll take some profits in HIMS if I do. If it does.
On UBER, Josh Brown buys more Uber.
Yeah, I took him short. This is an intraday trade, and we took TJX long. This is a swing trade. TJX kind of bouncing up and down. And then we're still in Schwab weekly ATM, which looks really nice. About 12:35. I'm gonna take lunch in about probably 15 minutes or so. That's why I'm doing all right. SPY, just not doing a lot here. Again, I did take some HIMS that I'm going to try to take some profits in today. This is just an intraday trade. It's not an UMCAT trade. This is an in-the-money put. I took the, wish I could remember. Yeah, I took the 2450 puts. 2450. Shopify, quite a bounce here today. Shopify is bouncing off a low. It was very, very low earlier. Again, way extended from the 8, but starting to bounce. Palantir also bouncing now. Hood, a little bit of a bounce. Microsoft, a pretty nice bounce. A lot of stocks bouncing here. Market internal is just chopping back and forth right now. Again, I just take HIMS. See if we can't get this thing to pull back down again. I'm in the money on it, so it's not something I have to treat like an cat. I don't have to get out. I can give it some time to compress. What's happening there, Ruthie? You're on a conference call, I see.
Zoom meeting.
Zooming.
Kroger's.
Oh, Kroger's.
We wanted to make sure that we were on the right page.
I'm getting ready for all this because of what's coming, you mean?
Well, there's 315 or something like that. But there'll be more. Anyway, they kind of, she's telling us what's important. The problem was he uploaded these examples, and they and they weren't, like when he brought them up. Yeah. They weren't labeled the right stores, and he has a lot of problems. Yeah. And he's like, so then you got to go back to the merchant guide, and you got to look for that product, and it just wasn't working. It was the wrong. What do you call it? We have like different divisions, like Kroger, Fred Meyer's, Kroger Fries, and the fries were all messed up. But he's saying the most important thing is what they want to know is pass, fail. As far as is the brand product there? Yeah, right. How many? Although the numbers don't count as much. And is it the featured product? It's not. It's just. Oh God.
Hurting.
I am hurting. What's going on? Better roll on my ass a little bit. I gotta go get some groceries. Basically, some produce. Oh!
You alright? Oh.
My pill.
What? Oh, you took your pill.
Thank God I canceled an appointment.
We're seeing volume weakness in FDS, SPGI. Funds are dropping headlines as they are focusing on financial research.
Any requests?
What?
You want to get some groceries?
You what?
Groceries.
Are you going out?
Yeah.
Where you going?
Just to.
Aldi's?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay. I go to. Depends. If I can't get what I need.
They don't have any mac and cheese there, do they?
Well, I bought you what they have.
Oh, that's right there. I could try that too.
You can try and make yourself.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna have lunch in a minute anyway, so. I did have one of my muffins though.
Yep, you got it, See if it's any good. It's supposed to be organic. Man, it was so cold.
Yeah, it's damp.
Damn. I'm going to talk to Google. Hey Google,
Okay.
what's the temperature in James Island, South Carolina?
The current temperature in James Island is 40 degrees.
40. It was warmer this morning.
It's cold. It's gonna get cold again.
Yeah.
Going at 20s again.
Yeah, it was warmer this
I was looking at the weather in Boston. It's gonna be snowing 1 degree on Saturday. Christ's sake. Oh yeah. Looks like the rain stopped at least. All right, the market's not doing anything here, as you can see. It's just meandering around, so I'm going to take some lunch. Let me see if we have some questions. Let's see. I kind of missed a few. Is Menroy is Pelletier a good candidate for overnight travel strangle? I don't know. I mean, it has been gapping and stuff. I'm not sure what the costs are on it. But it's sitting right near support this morning, and then it's got resistance not too far above. I don't like that. We're going to have to be a gap to get a profit in this thing, and I'm not sure what it costs. Let me look on the option chain. It's trading at 131, basically 132. It's going to be $5.46 for a straddle on that thing. It's actually pretty cheap because it's got a $9 ATR on it right now. It's actually not too bad.
Bitcoin hitting a new day low now. Bitcoin down over 10%.
Yeah, that's not a bad trade. The price is pretty good on that. It's 546 for a 132, one put and a call. 546 with a ATR of 9. Whether it'll do that tomorrow or not, I don't know. And you got to remember, you've only got one night on this thing. It's going to have to work tomorrow because you can't hold it past tomorrow. But I think that's probably a decent one. Let's see, we got a few more questions. East Ladder a bit choppy, strong, but coming down. Yeah, coming down pretty hard. Earnings, it's bouncing back up again right now. Again, I can't touch that one. Are you in HIMS now? I am in HIMS, yes. I haven't looked at it in a few minutes. I'm short HIMS. Yeah, it's coming in. Popped up a little bit, but I am short HIMS. As I said, it's an intraday trade. It's too extended for me to take overnight. Where do I see for support for him, Sackman? Good question. And nothing really too close by. The closest one I can see right now is about 21.37. 21.37. Almost $2. Hims partial, you took half off, 15%. Joe, good job. And Shiv took a quick $15, $15 on Hims. On the UMCAT. Okay, yeah, I didn't do an UMCAT on that. I did a in the money put. All right, so it's not really an UMCAT trade. It's a regular trade. And I need to go back and look at it right now because I didn't have a sell order put on it yet. And let's see. Paid $1.14 for it. It's $1.34 right now. That's pretty good. Market's flattening out a little bit. I'm probably going to take profits in this before I go to lunch.
GDRX seem to buy pop following headlines regarding the Trump RX. A spokesperson for GoodRx says that they meant to meeting the joint raise will partner with GoodRx to host their self-pay prices, and GoodRx will integrate that pricing onto the Trump RX platform, GDRX.
Okay, it's off. Again, in for 114, out for 134. So close to 20%, about $20 on a $1.14 entry. So yeah, I'll take it. And that's again, I wasn't going to hold it overnight, so I'm happy with that. That's fine with him. So him's worked. It was not an UMCAT because it was an it was an in the money trade that I took. But I'm going to get some lunch, so I'm going to go ahead and close it down. It's trading at $1.35 right now. Okay, let me check YouTube. We can see if we have any questions over there. Can you put in here all these requests? Oh, yeah, like, my God, my wife was going shopping. Sorry, Nissy, she left already, so I can't help you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end the YouTube feed. I appreciate you guys coming in here today. I appreciate it. I'll be back here again tomorrow, Friday, for the last day of the week at about